Hello everybody and welcome back to Of a Certain Age. Today we are talking about Game of Thrones. I'm a little late on that, but that's okay. And I'm wearing my little jacket with the medal on it because I'm feeling very Game of Thrones-ish. What we're going to be talking about today are several of the products. I wasn't able to get every single thing in the collection. They did sell the entire vault for, I think it was like $240 or $250. I knew I wouldn't use everything in it, so I bought things individually. So we're going to be talking about the Mother of Dragons highlighter palette, which I also will use as blush here and there. We're going to be talking about the Game of Thrones eyeshadow palettes, and there are actually 4 different looks in here that we're going to do, and I will show you those looks that I have created. And I have the eyeliners too. The eyeliners are the standard Urban Decay eyeliners in Game of Thrones type colors. Maybe 2 of the 4 I'll be able to use, and I'll show you swatches of those so you can see what those look like. And as I go through what I want to talk about, I will stop and show you specific looks and which looks they are inside the palette. So if this is something that you're interested in, hang with me because we're going to start right now. Before we get into the entire thing, I want to show you pictures. This is the entire collection. These are the 4 eyeliner colors. They're very, very, very pretty. And these are the swatches of what the colors will look like. And then finally, this is the entire eyeshadow palette, which is stunning if you ask me. So if by any chance there's anyone out there that has not watched Game of Thrones or doesn't know what Game of Thrones is all about, after this video, you at least know what the makeup is all about. The eyeshadow palette is huge and bulky, and if I wasn't doing a video on it, I may not have purchased it, although what I do like about it is the binding right here looks like a book. So even if I decide I don't want to use these anymore, this is going on my bookshelf because it's going to look really cool on there. But when you open this palette, you open it this way like a book. There's a little story here. You lift it up, and there you have the Iron Throne. Woo! It's just a thing. There's no reason for it. It serves no makeup purpose. It's just kind of a cool little doodad that Urban Decay decided to throw in. So it's kind of a fun thing to have. I, however, am going to close it because it is bulky and big and in the way. You do, however, get a nice big mirror in this, but I won't be using that either because my makeup is actually done. I'm wearing one of the Game of Thrones looks right now, so you're not going to watch me put this on, but I am going to talk a lot about the products. The Mother of Dragons highlighter palette is actually really pretty. The packaging's gorgeous. It's got that kind of metallic, dragony kind of look. And inside, it comes in 3 different colors. There's a dark bronze, a light bronze, and a bright pink. And all of them are shimmery. They all have little eggs on them that go away as soon as you start using them. I'm gonna get a little closer. Can you see an egg there? That's the dragon egg. And the colors represent the 3 dragons that are in the Game of Thrones series. And it's very cute. I've used them a lot. This one has actually got enough color in it that I've been able to use it as a blush, which I think is kind of fun when I'm in the mood for a sparkly blush because it is extremely sparkly. I also wanted to show you very quickly the swatches from the Mother of Dragons highlighter collection. They're very, very pretty, as you can see. So to give you a little bit of my personal commentary on Game of Thrones, honestly, I put off watching it forever because I just do not want anything to make me want to rush home from work to watch television. So I didn't want to watch it. I don't like things like that go on forever and ever and ever. However, a friend of mine said, hey, you should see Game of Thrones. That's like right up your alley. You would like that. And the music is amazing. So I sat down on my couch with my friend. Being in Pittsburgh, we both binge watched the show all together. It took us about 2 months to binge watch the show. We'd watch 2 episodes or so a night, maybe sometimes 1, but I got more and more and more into it. And everyone was saying if you can get through the first 3 or 4 episodes, you'll start to get addicted to it because it really is good. Those first few episodes are difficult because none of the names of the people are common. For me, it was hard for me to keep track of who they are and where they're from and whether they're the good guy or the bad guy or what they're doing. But once I got into the show, I really, really did love it. So I'm glad I watched it. Season 8 finale is going to be tomorrow on Monday. So I have not seen the finale of it yet, but I am planning on watching that. I'm kind of excited about it. As far as the music goes, it's amazing. I mean, it is beautiful. If you like classical music, it's great. If you just like those epic movie soundtracks, it's great. I would definitely recommend it. Every piece of music is so well written and so well performed. It's definitely worth having. I put it on sometimes just for some background music, just to have the music on because it's just that beautiful. The actors, I'm not going to go through every single one of them, but there are a handful of people on here. I had no idea we're going to be in this, but I love them. Jonathan Pryce is one of them, and we know him from playing Juan Perón in Evita with Madonna when that musical was out. You'll probably recognize him when you watch this. Sean Bean is an old favorite of mine. He's a British actor, and he plays Eddard Stark. Let's see, Natalie Dormer is great. I've always loved her, and when you see her face in this, you will recognize her if you've seen The Tudors. And if you haven't watched The Tudors, that's another one of these things that went on for a long time. Let's see, Gwendolyn Christie is just so incredibly beautiful. Her role in here is Brienne of Tarth. She plays a tough girl. She's also very, very, very good. And she just does not look like a beautiful woman in this show. She looks like her character, and which is something that I love about her, because when you see her character and then you see pictures of her, she's absolutely a stunning woman. Who else? Emilia Clarke. Oh my gosh. Daenerys. She plays the mother of dragons, and she is my new girl crush. I don't know anything about her. I've never seen her before this show, but I'm certainly going to be looking for her now. And then the last one I will mention is Kit Harington, who plays Jon Snow. Now, I recognize him from something, but I'm not 100% sure. I need to look up his background and see what he's been in. He is super, super hot, really good looking guy, amazing actor, and I think we'll be seeing him in some more things too. So I didn't want to make this too long, but I did want to talk a little bit about the acting and a little bit about the music, because I am always into music, no matter what. That's a very, very important part of my life. And I love these actors. I love all these people that were in this show in the end. So it was worth watching just to see some of these people. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to get into the colors. We're going to get into some of the looks. And as I said, I'm going to, in the end, give you some ideas of what you can do with this palette if you don't like purple eyeshadow or teal eyeshadow or orange eyeshadow, if you're a little bit more conservative than that, but you love the whole concept of Game of Thrones, go ahead and get the eyeshadow palette, because there's so much you can do with this, and you'll see in the end. I'll show you. I really like this one. This one is the very first one on the bottom, and it is called Bay of Dragons, and it's beautiful. It's all pinks and purples, and I will show you a picture of it. But I really wanted to show you the look, and I'm going to get close and let you see my eyes. See that purple? Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And there's a pink on there too that I used as a highlighter, and I'm not seeing too much of a highlight going on there, but it is a gorgeous color. I also used it up by my brow, and you can see it's pink, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's got a little bit of a blue glitter to it, which is so, so much fun to wear. But what I will tell you, ladies of a certain age, is when you do these super dramatic eye looks, you absolutely have to do a nude or very, very light lip. So what I have on today, it's from Pinky Rose. It's called Pink Dream. And this is what I have on. It goes on very light and very pretty. It's got some shimmer to it, which you know is my thing. They're so, so beautiful. I used that pink Bay of Dragons one pretty much all over, and then layered the purples and golds on top. Very, very pretty. Here's another look for you from the Game of Thrones palette. I'm gonna get a little closer so you can see the eyeshadows. See, they're very pretty. Took me a while to blend these, because this is the one from the King's Landing set. And there is a red in there, like a light burgundy, dark red type of color. And I did have a hard time blending it, but once I finally got it done, I really think the colors are beautiful, don't you? That's gorgeous. And again, I did wear my Pinky Rose lip gloss in Pink Dream, because it's got just enough of a gold shimmer that it's gonna work with all of these. And the lipsticks that were in this collection just did not work for me at all. So here's a look at this set. You can see those colors are beautiful, and Lannister Red is the one I was talking about that I found a little difficult to blend. This is from the Winterfell collection in the Game of Thrones gigantic palette. And you know, when I first put it on, I didn't think I was gonna like this, but I kind of do now. It is a little bit of teal, it is a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of black, and it is right up my alley for a smoky eye look. I am loving this one. Here you go. That's a picture of it. It's so gorgeous. Winter is here is a very, very dark brown that almost looked black on my skin. It was just very, very pretty, though. I love the golden green. Here is another look for you. This is the final one in the 4 looks from the Game of Thrones palette. This one is called Hard Home, and I'm going to get close and show you. Look how pretty. Wow. Those of you who know me know I am all about an icy, glittery blue kind of look, and this is just absolutely gorgeous. So if you like this look, you're gonna get this from the Game of Thrones collection. I seriously can't stop looking in the mirror. I love them so much. I love all of the looks that I've gotten from this palette. I think this one has to be my favorite of all of them. It definitely is. I just love these colors so much. They are so icy and blue and shimmery, and even the black has shimmer in it, which is so unexpected and pretty. So as I said, I'm putting up a few looks here that you'll be able to get from this collection. You know, honestly, there's so many looks you can get if you just start with something light, choose a middle tone color, a mid-range color as your transition or your crease color, and use the darker one as an accent color. You can mix and match and go crazy. And honestly, if you have this palette or any other palette where you can play around with this with your colors, just play, because that's the best way to learn how to create different looks from what you have available to you. So now you know, as a woman of a certain age, what you can do with the Game of Thrones palette. I really do hope you'll get this. I honestly think that if you have this particular palette, if you're in search of the palette that you'll use until it's empty, you have endless choices using this. So I think it's going to be a good one to have. I'm looking forward to using mine, and then I'm looking forward to putting it on my bookshelf and making people think it's a book. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and if you wouldn't mind, share this with someone. I know lots of people are doing Game of Thrones videos and they're just wearing the product or they're swatching the product, but I feel like I wanted to give you a little bit more than that, a little bit more information about how you can make these work for you if you're not 20. So cheers, I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.